The first day at a new school was supposed to be uneventful. That's all Emily Moore wanted, just to blend in and finish her senior year without trouble. She walked into Ridgehill High in a hoodie and worn sneakers, her long, dark hair tucked behind her ears. No one noticed her. Perfect. Students clustered into familiar cliques: football jocks, drama kids, the quiet table in the corner. Emily moved quietly, eyes down. But in the center of it all was Bryce Carson, Ridgehill's self-declared king. Broad shoulders, varsity jacket, a reputation built on fear and cruelty. Students whispered when he passed, and teachers looked the other way. Emily had seen guys like him before. She headed to class. By lunch, the whispers caught up to her. "That's Bryce. Don't look him in the eye. He once made a freshman clean his car with a toothbrush." Emily said nothing. She'd moved 6 times in 4 years. She knew how to stay invisible. But not today. It happened by accident. She bumped into someone near the cafeteria. Her lunch tray tipped, and mashed potatoes landed on Bryce's pristine sneakers. The courtyard froze. Bryce looked down, then slowly raised his eyes. What the hell? Emily backed up. It was an accident. Oh, now she talks. He grabbed a water bottle from someone's table and stepped toward her. "Let's clean you up." He raised the bottle. In a flash, Emily sidestepped, grabbed his wrist mid-swing, and twisted. He yelped. Then, with one sharp jab to the jaw, he dropped. Gasps. Phones recording. Bryce Carson, face down on the pavement. All in 3 seconds. Emily picked up her tray, tossed it in the bin, and walked away. By the time the teachers arrived, she was already in the principal's office. Principal Hayes sat behind his desk, flipping through her file. "You punched a student." I defended myself. "You could have seriously hurt him." I didn't. "But you could have." "If I wanted to, he wouldn't be walking." He blinked, unsure how to respond. He read more from her file. Transferred from Jefferson High, before that Montclair Prep, before that West Haven. 3 spools in 3 years. And you're a state MMA champion. 4 years, no losses. He looked up. "You didn't choose Ridgehill." "My dad moves for work. I don't get a choice." "Well," he sighed, "Bryce's father is on the school board. You've made things complicated." She didn't respond. "You're not suspended, for now, but keep your head down." She nodded. "One more thing," he said. "Whatever baggage you're carrying, don't bring it into this school." She stood to leave. It wasn't my baggage that started the fight. By second period the next day, the video had over 80,000 views. MMA Girl was trending locally. Students whispered in hallways. Some high-fived her. Others kept their distance. Bryce didn't show up for 3 days. Emily sat alone in the back of every class, ignored the attention. She wasn't there to be a hero, just to finish the year and move again. But someone didn't want to leave her alone. On Friday, she found a girl waiting by her locker. "I'm Zoe," the girl said. "I used to be the only one who stood up to Bryce." Emily glanced at her. "Got shoved into a mop bucket for it," added she. "But I won emotionally." Emily cracked the smallest smile. "You've got the school buzzing," Zoe said. "You eat alone. You act like you didn't just flip the social order." "I didn't. I just stopped a bully." "No, you lit a fire, and some of us want to keep it burning." Zoe invited her for a terrible school milkshake. Emily hesitated, then nodded. The shift was slow, but steady. Bryce came back with a bruised jaw and bruised pride. No one laughed at his jokes. Some even avoided him. The power he'd ruled with was gone. Emily, however, became something else. A symbol. Zoe introduced her to others. Kyle, who'd switched lunch periods to avoid Bryce. Anya, who still had a scar from freshman year. They shared stories. They looked to her for advice. Not how to fight, but how to stand tall. Emily began showing them small things. Balance, awareness, how to stand, how to move. It wasn't formal training. It was just the beginning. You're creating a ripple, Zoe told her. People aren't afraid anymore. Emily didn't say it out loud, but for once, she felt like she mattered. Then the pushback began. Emily's locker was vandalized, her phone stolen and smashed. Her project mysteriously vanished from a teacher's desk. Her backpack was dumped in the fountain. Hayes called her in again. You seem to be attracting trouble. I'm not starting it. You think Bryce is involved? You know he is. He exhaled. There's no proof. No video this time, huh? Just stay under the radar. I've been doing that my whole life, she said. At the diner that night, Zoe slammed her milkshake down. Enough hiding. Let's stop reacting. Let's prepare. What are you suggesting? Teach us for real this time, not just one-on-ones. You want me to run a fight club? No, I want a confidence camp. That Saturday, 4 students gathered in Zoe's garage. Yoga mats, old sneakers, and awkward smiles. Emily showed them how to move, how to fall, how not to lose. By week 3, they had 16 people. A group chat was formed. They named it Project 3 Seconds. Emily warned them, this isn't about fighting. This is about standing up and staying safe. More joined. Misfits, quiet kids, even some former targets of Bryce's crew. Zoe handled logistics. Kyle printed flyers. Anya helped with mindfulness. Emily found herself smiling more often. Bryce noticed. He watched from a distance, his glare sharper than ever. He was losing his grip on the school. People ignored his threats. Some even stood up to him. And Emily? She kept showing up. Until one day, Bryce showed up in the shadows behind the gym. Cute little army you've got, training losers to act tough. He sneered. Emily didn't flinch. What do you want? I want this to stop. You leave. We forget this happened. I'm not going anywhere. No one's watching now. You swing, you get expelled, or Ents apologize, and maybe I'll walk away. She turned her back. You don't control me anymore. He grabbed her shoulder. In a blink, she spun, twisted his arm, and pinned him face down on the concrete. She leaned in. Touch me again, and next time, everyone will see the real you. Then she walked away. Bryce never returned to Ridgehill. Officially, he transferred out. Unofficially, he vanished in disgrace. Emily's legend solidified. By May, Project 3 Seconds became an official club. Self-defense, mental focus, and peer support. Zoe was elected president, Kyle ran logistics, Anya led breathing drills. Emily faded into the background, but not out of sight. She didn't need to lead anymore. Others had stepped up. On graduation day, she stood with her class, looking out at the campus she'd once tried to ignore. Zoe appeared beside her, adjusting her cap. You ready? As I'll ever be. You changed this place. I wasn't trying to be a hero. That's why you are one. When Emily crossed the stage, Principal Hayes shook her hand, then paused. You left this school stronger than you found it. She nodded. Sometimes all it takes is 3 seconds. That summer, Emily moved for college. Another town, another beginning. But this time, she wasn't running. One night, her phone buzzed. A message from Zoe. First club meeting of the new year, 67 students. Even a few ex-bullies trying to do better. You'd be proud. Emily smiled. I always was. You just had to believe it, too. Ridgehill never forgot the day Bryce Carson hit the ground. But more importantly, they remembered what came next. Not the punch, the power it unlocked in everyone else.